What's going on, guys? Besides here, and into this video we are going to learn the most important fundamentals that will get you out of low elo. Wave management, recall timings, macro techniques and more will be displayed in this video, so make sure you watch till the end. The tips can be applied for any rank. Remember that what you're seeing right now is a premium personalized coaching session. This guy booked his coaching with me when he was hard stuck in silver 2 with around 45% win rate. Right now, after around 2 weeks, he climbed instantly to gold 2 just from one coaching session. This is another person that climbed from platinum to master tier with my coaching. Here is another guy, gold to master tier, currently actually pushing for grandmaster with my coaching. Are you tired of feeling stuck in your current rank and unable to climb the ladder, or do you find yourself struggling to convert winning games and make progress? If you're serious about improving in League of Legends and you want to get your gameplay to the next level, go ahead and book your own personalized coaching session and start instantly. I'll see you in the session. So we are going to analyze Faker, SHOWMAKER. We're going to analyze SHOWMAKER and we're going to see what he does. So let's see how he plays the draft. So the first thing that we can see is that pro players usually in SoloQ, they test a lot of limits. Like there are two types of pro players that try to play SoloQ for expanding champion pool, and pro players that try to be consistent in SoloQ. You know, SHOWMAKER, I think he's kind of like somewhere in the middle. He's testing a lot of limits, but let's see what he's gonna pick. So as per usual, as in any meta, in any region, top and mid, they are last picks. Usually top mid should be last picks, especially if top, he should always be last pick, especially mid lane as well. You can get a counter pick, it's a solo lane. On AD carry, support and jungle, you can always pick something like you can pick Ashe or Xayah or like blind pick. Support, you can pick like Thresh, or jungle you can pick Lee Sin, you have no counter and you're fine, or you have some counters but it's not really that big. So let's see what he's gonna pick. So he plays into Galio on mid lane and they have Needly, so they have good 2v2. He needs some mobility. He does have Ahri, he does have Charm. We're gonna see if he plays with TP. I think he needs TP because if he takes Ignite, he can perhaps go for kill pressure on the Galio. The problem is that if he goes Aftershock with Galio and Galio gets TP, with TP in high low in Korean SoloQ, you can easily get tempo advantage just by using the TP, meaning that you can just, when you're low HP, you can just TP back to the laning phase and you're gonna come back in the lane with full HP. Ahri is gonna have no low mana, so this is why SHOWMAKER is probably gonna look to play with TP. He's gonna play tempo lane. He's gonna play tempo versus tempo. He's gonna play TP versus TP. He knows that. Okay, so actually it wasn't Galio, even though LeBlanc was banned by the Galio. He actually picked Fizz. This matchup is actually pretty interesting. So the first rule of thumb when you play mid lane against Azari, against Fizz, is that you want to look to get prio level 1, you want to start W, 100%, no hesitation, and you want to look to poke. You want to slow push 3 waves into the tower, then go for a ward or go for the cheater recall. This is how you want to do, and this is what I want to do in the early game. You should never lose prio against Fizz. He should never E into you early on, technically. He could. Remember that Fizz, if he is 1 time into you, he can get a slow and more AoE. If he is 2 times, his E is faster. And his range is gonna be lower, so he can press E once or he can press E twice. On Ahri, he starts W, he maxes Q, and then maxes W, and then he maxes E. I think against Fizz he should go for Everfrost because it's a very good item. Let's see what SHOWMAKER does. So he goes in the lane phase. He doesn't really auto-attack the minions at all. The reason why he doesn't auto-attack the minions is because he's not playing in a matchup where it matters to get priority. So what he's gonna do is probably just gonna last it like the caster minion. Once he does that, as you can see, he does auto-attack the caster minion. This is so he can make a proper slow push. As you guys can see, when he does it, the minions look at him for a second. This is why SHOWMAKER did that, is because he wanted the minions to stop from hitting each other for a second, look at him for a second, and then just hit try to hit this melee minions. Usually if you do it properly, there is also a RNG, as in sometimes it doesn't work, but usually when you go to the minions and you actually hit the back minion, what you're gonna do, you're gonna make most of the minions hit those 2 minions or those 2 minions, which means the minions are gonna die faster, which means wave can actually eventually push into you. It's not always working. Like in this case it didn't work. Sometimes it can work. Now SHOWMAKER is gonna do the SHOWMAKER stuff. I really like how he's kiting. He's going on the left right here. He is trying to zone, and after he tries to W, he auto attacks first. He wants to see if he has E. Usually he can also go for W, but this would be int because on Fizz you want to go for E. And SHOWMAKER is also going on the right angle, so he doesn't really kite the minions for too long. So it's very good trading right now. SHOWMAKER is actually walking up, trying to really have pressure on Fizz. Fizz can't really do much in early on. Then the jungle is Nidalee. Even if she's gonna be able to get to go for level 2 gank, it's pretty hard. SHOWMAKER goes for the charm. Right now he's probably gonna go for the ward. Nidalee is right there. He's also covering the minimap. The reason why he's covering the minimap is because he plays Challenger Korea, and in Challenger Korea, ghosting is very common. Let's see if he's gonna do G2 recall or if he's gonna stay. Now he could go for G2 recall, but he has a huge wave into the tower, and he knows that he can use it to abuse Fizz. Why wouldn't he do that? And this is what he does. Right now he is actually getting ganked, and he is not even trading 1-for-1. I don't like the TP. I think TP he got the TP thinking that he's actually playing against Galio. Usually a high elo player, especially if you guys watch like Nemesis or if you guys watch high elo pro players, even when Nemesis plays like Testana, he likes to go TP, because in high elo, if you have Ignite and you don't get a kill and enemy has TP, you're really gonna be in a very handicap that you're gonna be low in tempo. And if you're gonna be low in tempo, obviously with a jungle like Nidalee, Vi, which this is the matchup in the jungle, with this volatility matchup, you're not really gonna get prio on the river. So this is probably why SHOWMAKER tried to go for TP, is because he thought that Fizz is gonna go for TP, and since Vi against Nidalee is a volatility matchup, he actually thought about that. Let's see the freeze right here. He TPs instantly. Very, very good. And obviously he is gonna look to freeze, like pull the minions to the right. The next minion wave is super close right here, so he can do this. Obviously if you're silver or you're low elo, never do this if the enemy wave is way too far, like the allied incoming minion wave is way too far. So and also if you don't have potions to sustain this, it's really horrible. I see it in my coaching sessions. Many people try to do this, but they don't do it properly. Right now SHOWMAKER is trying to really queue the minions. He needs only 4 minions to freeze. 4 minions to freeze. He needs 4 minions onto the enemy wave so he can freeze. So right now the enemy wave has exactly 4 minions more than our wave, so pretty clean. Again, remember to not freeze like this if A, your minion wave that is incoming is not super close to you, and B, you don't have refillable potion. If you didn't have the potion, then he would get chunked completely. Let's see what he does right here. He's gonna look to chill here. He's just gonna look to freeze. Obviously when playing against Fizz, you have your wave coming into you. Freezing under your tower is the best thing that you can do, because Fizz got a kill. It's gonna be very difficult to play from now and on. Fizz probably goes for cooldown reduction boots because he wants to get his ulti cooldown faster, because the more you can actually make a play with ulti, the better. So this is the normal build for Fizz. If it was me, I think SHOWMAKER should just build probably Mercs first. I would probably go Mercs into Everfrost, something like this. The matchup is 100% still winnable. Okay, I actually see that Fizz didn't get the kill. This is huge, because this means SHOWMAKER can still play to win the lane. This means SHOWMAKER can still play to win the lane in terms of the itemization, in terms of the what he wants to do. So I really like the trading. He's pacing really well on the Fizz. Wave is still coming into him, and now let's see this bait. Is he gonna flash? E-flash? Let's see. Beautiful. Did you guys see what he did here? So he actually waited really well on the charm. Like, he could have looked to flash charm right now. He could have looked to flash charm right now. He could have looked to flash charm right now, but he knew the Leona E is a root. Is giving a root for 0.5 seconds. The Leona Q is giving a stun for 1 second. So SHOWMAKER knows all of this. So here he waited the Q of the Leona, and then he charmed immediately, and so Vi did as well. This is why if you really want to improve in League of Legends, you also from time to time need to play other roles and other champs, so you can know what they do first of all, and you can adapt. If they gank you or if they try to interact with you, you should definitely do that. And remember that I also do coaching for players that are below Grandmaster and players that really want to climb fast and improve their gameplay. So you should go to besides.com to book your personalized coaching session if you really want to improve and you want to climb. Let's see this ROM and let's see if this is reliable. So he pushes the wave as Fizz is dead. Right now he wants to push one more because he needs to go for 1300 gold. Lost chapter. Otherwise he would never look to push this cannon wave and look to try to recall on it. Now he's also also looking at the fight on bot lane. He does have a biscuit and he's looking to fight here with them. He has no mana, so he could have ignored this, but he actually decided to go because he does have his ultimate, and it's good to hover in case they're gonna flash over the wall. But right now I think he should recall immediately, exactly because he's low tempo. We can't see it on the minimap, but Fizz got back in the lane phase. Right now he's probably looking to push the wave, and SHOWMAKER needs to use his W right now to get the movement speed and play from there. Yeah, Fizz is actually looking to build a slow push. He's probably going to look to 2 waves crush. So he's going to look to crush this, and then now SHOWMAKER knows. So why is SHOWMAKER thinking? It's very simple. SHOWMAKER has tempo disadvantages. Like now, the reason why SHOWMAKER is in tempo disadvantages is because he wanted to be. What do I mean by that? Very important. Now, Fizz is dead. He pushes the wave. And now he pushes another cannon wave. After he pushes this cannon wave, he knows that he really has to recall because Fizz is 10 seconds away from being right here. And if he doesn't recall right now, Fizz is either gonna kill him with the fish, with the R, or he is either going to just lose the wave or get a plate. So now he is looking to go bot lane. So this is already like a bad tempo play. The thing is, he had to do it because he has his ulti up and he has biscuits, and this is a high reward play, plus it was pretty close to him. There were like 3 people in the fight. Vi died, so he actually went for this. But the moment he sees it doesn't really do anything here, he instantly recalls, no hesitation, and then he's gonna go back to mid lane. Very, very, very good. Right now he needs to buy the item as fast as humanly possible, and he knows, bro, I did this play on bot lane, now Fizz is gonna be mid faster, and he's pinging. He's not pinging like the normal silver player that pinging when he leaves. No, he's pinging now. As Fizz is pushing the wave, he's pinging danger, 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 like now, danger, 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 danger. And he's pinging the way. He's not pinging like a silver player or like a low elo player. Okay, I'm pinging SS, I'm pinging SS, SS, SS. SS means shit, bro. Ping the way, ping danger, 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 ping the way he goes. So if you ping SS like this, that means your top lane is gonna hate you, he's gonna back, every bot lane is gonna hate you. Just ping the way he went, like you ping danger, 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 so your bot lane can be scared, not both of your lane. So be careful how you SS. This is what I teach people in my coaching session, to play smart, and this is how you can get to high elo, taking good decisions, having good decision making. And many players don't have good decisions. They don't know how to manage the waves, they don't know how to convert a lead into a win. This is how I help them in my coaching. So if you want to improve those things, if you want to fix all of your mistakes, go ahead and book your coaching session right now. So let's see what SHOWMAKER is gonna do. So it's interestingly enough, I think it was huge that he did he threw the charm like that. So Fizz has E. Merci, Prata, merci. So Fizz has E. Let's see. And he actually threw the charm. Wow, this is insane. So Fizz had E, and SHOWMAKER had the balls to just use E before Fizz E. But this is a mind game. He knows. SHOWMAKER knows that Fizz knows that SHOWMAKER is gonna wait with the charm. Fizz knows that SHOWMAKER knows that, right? So Fizz is like, hey, I'm not even gonna E, because I know that SHOWMAKER is never gonna charm first. So SHOWMAKER is like, oh yeah, then I'm gonna act like a silver player and just start with the charm. You're not gonna expect that. So I mind game your mind game. So it's double mind game, basically. So SHOWMAKER mind games what Fizz is thinking, and he just starts with the charm. Because Fizz had E, he could have easily E, but Fizz was thinking, hey bro, there is no way Ari is gonna start with the charm, so I'm gonna just wait it. So SHOWMAKER is like, oh yeah, okay, then I'm gonna charm. So he's in like, this guy is in your mind. Like if you play against him, he's just in your mind. This is why he's so fucking good. It's that easy. Nidalee can't do shit here. Charm into the tower, you're dead. Gonna push the wave and then recall instantly. If something happens on bot lane, he could potentially just look to hover. Not really. He's gonna go for Everfrost or not. So he takes the Dark Seal, he takes the pink ward. I'm wondering if he goes for Everfrost. The thing is, when you play this composition, if Fizz goes into you, Galio goes into you, Kai'Sa goes into you, this is a back to front composition. Obviously, when you play Everfrost, you know that enemy team is gonna go into you, and with Everfrost you get the 300 health advantage, and you get the passive, which is really good. If they have high mobility, W of Nidalee, Fizz E Q Fizz and then W of Sante, they are pretty mobile. Everfrost is also going to help with that. So I think Everfrost here is very, very good. The only problem is that if they have if they don't have enough damage, it's going to be a trouble, because Everfrost makes you lose damage if you don't go Ludens here. And Xayah, I don't know how ahead is Xayah, because she's level 6. So if Xayah is super behind, I think SHOWMAKER is actually gonna look to go Ludens, just for that reason, that he wants to have damage. It's gonna path to top lane. Beautiful map awareness. Then he's just gonna. So I really like this. So there is a fight on top lane, and he's looking there, and then she's pathing there already. He's looking, he's pathing. He doesn't push the wave first because there is a fight, and the moment the fight is not happening anymore, he just goes back to the mid lane. He goes back to the mid lane. He's going to push the wave, and then he's probably going to play for the Herald, put the wards on the left hand side. Fizz is going to try to do something. This really feels like, so Fizz is 20 CS behind. This feels like Fizz is like, he has not much to do, bro. Like this Fizz, he can't do much. He's 20 CS behind. He's losing priority, and in solo it's so important to get that prio. It is so important to get that prio, because the thing is, especially for higher elo, if you don't have prio, your Nidalee can't invade, your Vi can't do much, you're not gonna be able to fight there. Yeah, he's gonna go Everfrost. I like it. So he does. Obviously, Everfrost is also gonna help you to deal with the Fizz. Super good. So I really like his activity on the map. So as you guys can see, yes, Fizz had TP. Yes, Fizz killed the SHOWMAKER right there. But the problem is that it wasn't enough, because now he has TP. The Fizz had to stay right here because he's in tempo disadvantageous. And Fizz is probably gonna stay even more right here and probably call the jungle or something like this. So SHOWMAKER has all of the presence in the world. This is why, in my opinion, for high elo, master tier plus, having the presence in mid lane is important. Playing Syndra, playing Orianna, playing Victor, playing Ahri, just pushing that wave as fast as humanly possible and playing from there. Obviously, it is so simple to say, okay, play a champion with prio and you're gonna win. That's not really completely true, because if you don't know how to trade, if you don't know how to take these good decisions, you don't know how to manage waves, it won't really matter too much. I want to see this play right here, and I want to go on the slow motion. So let's see how SHOWMAKER playmaker is gonna play this. So he's gonna try to open with Everfrost right here. He did try to charm, then he tried to Q the minions because he was like, hey, if I miss the charm, I'm not gonna look to Q the Fizz, obviously. Auto-attacks him, tries to open with Everfrost, so he gets the slow. Obviously, if you Everfrost like this, you also slow on the other part, on the other side of the Everfrost. He tries to Q right here. Let's see what he's gonna do. W. Let's see, he's trying to get the tower, he tries to charm. Is he gonna ulti instantly here? Okay, he didn't ulti instantly here. I think he could have ulted a little bit faster. Let's see what he's gonna do. Q max range, dodges everything, stays on the left hand side, goes behind of them, and then E. Right here, the reason why he ulted, do you guys know why he ulted here? The reason why he ulted here, because obviously Fizz has this range, and even if he goes here, Fizz has this range, so it's like out of range. You could have just been here. You could just click here. The reason why he ulted here is because Fizz actually thought, like he thought that Fizz is gonna flash right here on him. This is the reason, like SHOWMAKER, he's really fucking smart, bro. He's really smart. Like he predicts so many things. So this is the reason why, and I think he actually got it again. Like in pro play, it's not too much reaction timing, it's prediction. He knows, it's anticipation. Like this flash, for example, he knew the moment when Fizz goes in right here, he knew that he might flash. So after he flashes instantly. But this is not reaction time. People think, okay, but they have good reaction. No, it's not their reaction. They are thinking ahead what can be the possibility of the enemy player. They are anticipating, and their prediction is huge. So it's not about reaction time necessarily. Yes, they also have insane reaction time. But these players, they calculate all of the possibilities of the play. They're like, okay, this can happen, this can happen, this can happen, and this can happen. 4 things. Okay, I'm gonna prepare for all of these 4 things. You know, it's not like, okay, he saw the Fizz and he reacted to it. No, he didn't react to it. He knew. Now he's gonna look to build a slow push. Obviously, the reason why he does this is because right now I am supposing that he doesn't really want to contest the Drake. I don't really see the minimap right now. Probably teammates are top lane playing for Herald, playing for top tower, and then he just wants to let this wave to come into him, build, like deny these minions before he actually does something. Of course, if you're playing in low elo, never do this. Never try to freeze in low elo if the if it's mid game and if the first tower is gone, just push the wave and stay there, make a bait, because someone is gonna face check, someone is gonna be stupid enough to like face check you. But SHOWMAKER right now, this is challenger, his ultimate is top lane, and as I said, he didn't want to contest the Drake, and he did this. Be careful, because if you're below master tier and you do this kind of freeze in the mid game, you're probably gonna lose a lot of games. It's much better just hard crush the wave, apply pressure on the tower, someone's gonna go onto the tower right there, and you can just rotate mid lane and force a fight. Yes, in high elo you can't do that, because you know, people, they know a lot about wave management, and if you freeze on a lane, they play around it. But this is never gonna happen in a master tier environment or in diamond, or no, let alone the fact, don't do this in low elo. In low elo you can freeze in the lane, but now he's looking to build a big slow push. He knows that he wins every single 1v1 no matter what. Fizz can't even, I think Fizz can't even get 50% of the Aris HP when she has Everfirst. So de follow că ți-am stricat video. Nu-i problemă, Black, stai liniștit, nu-i nicio problemă. Mulțumesc frumos pentru follow. Yeah, so now it's just gonna be GG SHOWMAKER. SHOWMAKER has 160 farm, bro. 160 farm in 16 minutes. This is not balanced at all. This is not balanced at all. And this is just easy peasy. So Fizz has 119 farm. He lost priority. He lost the lane. He got camped, like he got level 3 camp, even right now. But Nidalee is doing the right thing. If Fizz had the fish up, she should be here. There is no reason to not be here. Why? It's because if you have Fizz with fish up, you know you can guarantee the kill. You know, if Fizz hits a if Fizz hits a fish after level 6, it's a free gank. It's like you have Malzahar level 6, right? It's really, really easy. So this is why he actually did that. Obviously, what you can be thinking is that, what if he doesn't hit it? Well, you know, if it doesn't hit it, it doesn't hit it, but it's good to try it. So this is why if you watch like people like, you know, Faker or they'll always start cooldown reduction boots on this champ. Cooldown reduction boots, man. Why? Because they have more cooldown reduction for the ultimate. Yes, they also have E, they also have Q, but you're very rarely gonna use your E 2 times in a fight, especially if you're playing until like level 7, level 8. You're very rarely gonna use 2 times or 3 times E in a fight. I really like this TP. SHOWMAKER actually TP'd for tempo. I really like this. Many people wouldn't do this. They will actually keep the TP. So what he did is that he recalled and he immediately got the item. He TP'd top. He's going to push top lane. He's going to apply pressure with pushing this wave, and then he's just going to look to go mid lane. This is a tempo play, high elo play. It's really, 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 really good. If you're low elo and you play with TP, I don't recommend you to do this. I think that you should just look to stay on the top lane or stay on the side lane. If you have TP up, push, make sure you don't die, and if there is a big fight on mid lane that involves minimum 5 players, you can always look to TP. If you look to do these TPs, tempo TPs, and you don't have a very profound understanding of the game, what's gonna happen is that you're gonna push and your team is not gonna agree with forcing a fight mid, because as you guys can see, SHOWMAKER knew that he can force a fight mid. The reason why he TP'd top lane is because he knew that the tempo advantage and the top lane pressure wave with the tempo wave will actually allow him to force a fight mid. And the reason why you can force a fight mid is because the compositions allow you to force a fight mid. He wouldn't TP if he didn't have a Vi jungle with ulti that she can ulti very easy and catch someone. He wouldn't TP if he knows that after going on mid lane, after pushing the top wave, he doesn't have Ahri with 3 ultimates and a charm and Leona ultimate. He wouldn't do that, but he knows that he has this composition. If you have a Yuumi support, I don't think he does this. If he has just Viego or someone that doesn't have a clear engage, I don't think he does the tempo play. So he calculated, SHOWMAKER calculated all of these things. He calculated the push top, and then he said, hey, my team has a lot of sources of reliable engage. They only have Nidalee W, which is mobile, but we can catch her. Fizz, okay, we can't really catch him, so Fizz we can't catch him. Galio is super easy to kill, Kai'Sa is super easy to kill even through the cleanse. So this is why he did it. Obviously, if they had Sivir, Morgana and stuff like that, I don't think he would have done the TP play. So I think he thought about all of these things. He calculated how much the probability of him getting a kill mid, considering his resources, his ultimates, Leona ultimate and everything. And then he was like, okay bro, then I'm gonna do it. You know, he calculated these things very, very fast. And you might wonder, how can I calculate these things so fast? You know, I'm not SHOWMAKER. Just play the game. Just playing the game, and you're gonna get better as playing the game. Remember that these guys, they played just thousands of games on every single champion, so it's pretty easy for them to play right now. It's quite easy to play. So if you like the video, make sure you subscribe and make sure you like. And don't forget to follow my stream. On my stream, I also give free OPGG reviews for those of you who want to improve. No matter the elo, no matter the rank, I coach every single role. And if you want an OPGG review that will allow you to see what you're doing wrong, go to twitch.tv/bizeyes, follow the stream, ask for it, and you'll get it instantly. See you on my stream, guys. Bye bye.